Hi, good evening, everybody. Welcome to NEB in Rendezvous once again, a very special talk show curated and presented to you by NEB Sports. I am Surabhi Shastri and I will be talking to some fabulous people today, four fantastic women from four different parts of our country. And we are going to be covering a very wide range of topics when it comes to women in running. There are entrepreneurs, there are homemakers, there are people who have started late, there are people who have taken running as a lifestyle and who have been contributing to this community. We will be speaking to all of them. And let me quickly say hi to here. Anjali is just going to come and say hi to all of us. She will be joining to talk with us at 5:15. She wanted to quickly come and say hi. So I am trying to get her on the screen. Hope you have all been doing well. Hi, Anjali. There we are.
Hi, thanks.
Can you hear me? Am I audible?
Yes, you're fine.
Absolutely. So I'll see you at 5:15. We will be talking to our first guest at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Okay. See you, Anjali.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay. So that was a quick trial because Anjali had some issues with the network. So can't wait to speak to all these fantastic women. And I suggest if you are watching this, you watch it till the end because we are going to be, like I said before, covering a very wide range of topics. And all these women have been fantastic contributors to the running community, and they have been doing great for themselves. And there's one lifestyle entrepreneur, there's one who has founded a clinic, and there's a homemaker with two grown-up boys, and there's another, the last guest today is an entrepreneur, businesswoman herself, who takes to running as a lifestyle, who has adopted running and adapted to the lifestyle for a better life, a better future, better health. So I think my first guest, okay, let me try. Hello. Please, everybody say hi to Riti Sahai, one of our favorite runners. And I know, right? It's been so long. The last was Aegis Federal Life Insurance New Delhi Marathon in February. And since then, how are you, Riti?
Alive and kicking.
Awesome,
as good as can be.
So good to know that. So I saw all your pictures from your fantastic trek that you went and came back from, right? How was that?
I know.
Great Lakes.
Yes, the Great Lakes of Kashmir.
Okay, so we will be getting to the
reality.
Oh, I know. So Riti, let me introduce Riti to everybody, although she doesn't need any introduction. People who are in the running community for some time now know who you are. She's a lifestyle entrepreneur. She's an ambassador of Aegis Federal Life Insurance New Delhi Marathon. She is a dog mom. She is the founder of Run with Riti, and she has also captained some very well-known running teams in the past. We will be getting to all of that. Riti, welcome on behalf of NEB Sports. Let's get talking.
Such a pleasure to be here. Such a pleasure to be sharing the screen with you, Surabhi.
Thank you, Riti. Thank you, Riti. So good to see you.
Likewise.
So Riti, my mandatory, sorry, yes, absolutely. Riti, my mandatory question, what brought you to running?
Wow. So I don't know where to begin, but I was in the corporate world. I mean, long story short, or else I can go on and on about it. But I was in the corporate world. I was a soft skills trainer, working crazy hours, like 8 to 10 hours a day. And I wouldn't get time to do anything for myself. You know what I mean? Which meant self-care, which meant health and fitness, because it was entering the corporate world or the office at 8 a.m. and exiting at 8 p.m. So, you know, after a point, I got so crabby and so irritable. And it was like, you know what? Okay, fine. I'm making money. I'm happy with the work I do. But what's in it for me? You know, like for my well-being. And one fine day I said, you know what, while I'm here, let me at least try and start running, because I feel running is something which is very simple. All of us know how to do it. It's about making the start. So I started carrying my running shoes to work, and I'd spend my lunch hour running. I'd spend whatever little time I got during the entire day. I just wear my gear. The good part was we also had a gym in house. While I was also a kind of a gym rat, but I also said, why? I said, why don't I start running? So I started carrying my shoes, like I said, to work, and I started running every time I got 10 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour. And that was really the start. So from 2 kilometers to 5 to 10, and there was no looking back. And then I went on to
Wow.
do a half marathon, and today I run full marathons. And
Okay.
yeah, so that's how it actually began, because I really got no time for myself while I joined the corporate world. So, this was something that came my way, and I said, let me try it. And then it just changed my life. Running happened, and running happened for good. And it's
Awesome.
my space today.
Awesome. Awesome. There's suddenly in the last 1 minute that you have spoken about why you came to running, there's so much to learn from it already. Thank you for sharing. Riti, we all know you as a lifestyle entrepreneur. So what do you do in this space?
I run a salon actually, but that's pocket money, or that, all of us need that extra money, right? To actually pursue our hobbies is what I'd say, because today I operate, God willing, I'm fortunate, I'm lucky, I count my blessings. I actually took the decision to quit the corporate world some 10 years ago for the sheer reason, like I said, while I was extremely happy at what I did at work, but somewhere there was something amiss, there was something that I thought, I lacked, or there was something missing in my life. So I just took a decision one fine day, and I put in my papers, and I started pursuing everything that makes my heart sing. So be it working in the animal welfare, be it running, be it trekking. I'm a complete outdoor person, be it yoga. So while I do all this, of course, I also need that X amount of money to, sustain. So I also started a business. So I run a salon today. It's a chain that most people know of. It's a British chain of salons called Tony and Guy. So I run, a salon today to make my little money, to be able to pursue my interests or live in my happy space. So that's really what I do for a living.
Awesome. You actually are truly beautiful inside out. You're not only so great looking, but you also make others look great.
Thank you so much. That's really kind, like I said.
Yes, Riti. Riti, you have captained running teams, running groups in the past. What was the experience like? What's the kind of pressure and what's the kind of teachings that you have to lay on others? And, also I want to add in this question here as a sub question. How is it to be this rising woman in the man's world?
Okay, so I take umbrage to the statement of in a man's world. It's our world, I feel, a man or a woman, anyone can make a difference. Madame Curie did it in science. Navratilova did it in tennis. I'd say Kalpana Chawla did it in space. Judith Polgar did it in chess. So I'd say, it's about all of us being equals. It's about an egalitarian society today. It's only a perception and a distorted mind, I feel, that makes it an anonymity today. Unfortunately, that's something that all of us kind of hold on to and we talk about, and that's how we carry, forward, and hence the perception. Having said all of that, I'm a 4G kid. The knowledge of sacrifice, determination,
Yeah.
hard work, self-confidence is something that's imprinted in the soul. I guess all I needed to do was take that little step, in which direction is what I mean. That's all that I really needed. So that's what I'd really say. Also, it's about believing in yourself, loving what you do, going after it, not giving up so easy. We all fail, right? Failure is a part of rising. You fall, and you rise. So a lot of us actually give up because we fail. But if we realize that we've got to fall a number of times to be able to rise and do what we love or pursue, I think that's another thing that takes me, or, has me where I am today. So it's about, believing in yourself, loving what you
Absolutely.
do, like I said, that 4G brat. It's about also that determination, that discipline. So just not giving
True.
up, just going after your heart.
Truly, truly said, rightly said, Riti, completely agree with you there. So let's come back to the first part of the question. As a captain, as a coach, what was your experience like?
So incredible. I mean, I have mixed feelings. I've learned a lot. I myself am a far evolved, uh, I wouldn't say just a far more evolved runner, but also a far more evolved human being. So while I've learned a lot of skills to do with running. I've also learned a lot from people. You know what I mean? It gives, a lot of people come to me and say, because you've captained, we look up to you, you're our motivation. I mean, I'm humbled, I'm grateful to hear all that. And I'm extremely happy to be able to have made the difference I have in people's life. But I tell them that, it's exactly the same or more actually at my end. I wake up in the morning and there are times I'm abusing myself or literally cursing myself for having to wake up so early. But then the very thought that so many people look up to me and they're waiting for me to come lead a session, there are tons of women that run with me today in my group, Run with Riti. They run homes, their moms, their daughter-in-laws, their sisters. They wake up at 4 a.m., they run a home, they run, all of that. I mean, they're hugely motivating. So I've learned so much from each one, like I said today, I'm not just an evolved runner, I'm also an evolved human being. And I've also met the most amazing humans that I wouldn't have ever met had I not been part of running or had I not started running. So yeah, it's taught me a lot. I mean, it's changed my life. I am far more balanced. I do things in moderation versus before I took to running, I'd be a little, I would say I could go on to an extreme, right? It was about, say, it could be like partying till 4 in the morning, having a drink too much. But today I party, I meet people, I drink, I do all of that. But you realize that you can't abuse your body. It's about moderation. Yeah. And so I guess, like, and tons more that I can't probably talk about or put a finger on. So much more that's intangible, but I'm a changed being.
It's also about self-awareness.
Hugely. I mean, there was a time I would judge people, at the drop of, you know what I mean, right? I mean,
yeah.
But I'm far more evolved. It's like, everybody has a circumstance, has a situation. All of us are individuals. We have strengths, we have weaknesses. It's about working towards or working with each other's strengths rather than, looking at what the person is not good at. So, yeah, I would say like there's tons and tons and tons that I've learned that and also being able to work with people that come from across cultures, backgrounds. It's incredible. I mean, it's incredible. It's been amazing. It's been one hell of a journey.
Awesome. So continuing from here, Riti, as a coach, what is it that you would like to propagate about fitness and running to everybody out there?
So, one thing I tell everyone, and I'll say it right now as well, take care of your body. It's the only place that you live in or you have to live in. Yeah. The other thing that I think or I say is, do what you love what you do. It's very important to have a certain discipline in life and a goal in life. And, when I say a goal, I don't mean just a fitness goal, but a goal, uh, in your profession, a goal to do with family, a goal to do with, and write those down, guys. You write your goals down, ensure they're achievable, work towards them, push boundaries. The other thing that I want to tell people is that, most of us are very, very used to living in our comfort zones. I would say that's existence. All of us want to exist. If you want to thrive, it has to be outside our comfort zone. So it's about pushing yourselves, stepping out of that comfort zone, taking that extra leap. So that's what I would like to say. Also, I'd say, we've all seen that with the pandemic, a lot of people have taken to running, which would not have been the case otherwise. So we all do realize that running is something that's not rocket science. It's something that all of us know how to do. It's about one foot in front of the other. It's slow and steady. It's about self. And it's something that's extremely easy. I mean, a lot of people tell me I can't run. I mean, it's not true. Everybody can run. What is running? It's slight. I'm sure you will get there. So, yeah. And it's something that's extremely easy. You could be traveling, you could have a crazy job. So if you're a mom and you can't wake up at 5 a.m. because your baby wakes up, you can do it when it works for you. You could do it on a treadmill. You could go out and run when it works for you, depending on weather. So it's something that's fairly flexible, you know.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So one has to, what you're trying to say is one has to make up your mind and go on and do it. Achieving can come later. I mean, right? That's what you're trying to tell all of us out here. Just get
Yeah,
up and start moving.
yeah, take the, you know, and I tell a lot of people, it's about that first step, or it's about the beginning. And listen, it's extremely uncomfortable. Any change for all of us is extremely uncomfortable. But you know, you just make that first step or that start, and you know, ensure you push yourself a couple of days, and it becomes a habit. You know, it's as simple
Right.
as, if it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you. You know, it's about, again, operating in
Right.
your comfort zone. You want to exist, operate in your comfort zone. You want to thrive, step out of that comfort zone. You know, it's as simple as that.
Right. Absolutely, Riti. Riti, we are all in a position where we can make a difference. What steps do you think that people who are in a position to make a difference can do to, raise and increase awareness on fitness? And COVID has, the last 1.5 years has taught us quite a bit, and we've all learned our lessons the hard way. So, better late than never. What is it that people can start doing now?
You know, I feel self-care is extremely important. And so one of the things that I think, like I said, a lesson from COVID is self-care. You know, tons of us have realized the importance of taking care of oneself, whether it's mental, physical, or emotional. So spend, you know, an X amount of time, I'd say an hour a day on yourself. You know, it's easier said than done, I know it. You know, we all keep saying it. So it's not easy to take that time out, but do it. A lot of us as mothers feel guilty. So, you know, I know a lot of my friends who are moms, you know, if they step out for a lunch, they're constantly checking on their kids back home. And I'm like, I know I'm not a two-legged, like I'm not a mom to a two-legged, but I'm a mom to a four-legged, but I still have an opinion. And there are too many times I tell them that, you know, stop being guilty, because this is your time, right? So I just feel that do something that makes your heart sing. That's something where you introspect, you get your space, your freedom, your time, you know, to grow, to evolve. So it could be as simple as, you know, spending time at a shelter with animals because you're an animal lover. It could be as simple as trekking. So you're going to the outdoors and spending 4 days with yourself, because that's where
True.
really growth is. You know, we don't realize, we get caught up in this whole mundane, you know, life.
Rigmarole.
Yeah, rigmarole, the rut of life or whatever. So I just feel that it's extremely important, you know, self-care is huge. Love yourself. The minute you love yourself, you know, everything around you will fall in place. You'll start wanting to do everything with, you know, 100% more energy, more warmth, more love. Because if you love yourself, automatically you're going to be a happy being. You know, everything that you do will be probably in your, like, it'll be the best that you can do, you know. So that's another thing that I say, that's important. You know, mental well-being, physical well-being.
Yeah.
So try and work out. You know, these are things that one must do, and it doesn't have to be running. I mean, I'm a runner, so of course I preach running, but it could be cycling, it could be a walk in the park, it could be a jog, it could be just about anything. But you know, do some physical activity. Do something that keeps you mentally occupied as well. So it could be puzzles, it could be reading a book. But you know, your time, self-care is hugely important. I mean, we don't realize the importance, but if one starts taking care of these aspects, you see that you actually are far more productive in every sphere of your life.
Yeah.
You know, not just you're a happier mom at home, you're a happier wife at home, you're a
True.
happier
True.
employee at work. You know, it
True.
translates, it's all the same. So I'll give you an example. You know, the day I don't run and I go to work and
You're
I'm
at your cranky best.
there, you are, you said it. You know,
I know.
somebody or the other will come to me and actually
Yeah.
muster the courage, come to my ears and say, ma'am, aaj bhage nahi the na. Please go run and come. They know that I'll be fine. You know what I mean? So so I guess it's extremely important to just do something that you love. I mean, it may not be
Yeah.
the easy, because a lot of us may be living, you know, live in joint families, or we have a certain perception because we are married now. I mean, break the barrier, you know,
For
talk to your
yourself.
hubby,
This
your
is not even
spouse.
for. This is not all. Not even for anybody else. It is for yourself. So
Absolutely, absolutely. You know, and like I said, at times it's only about having that chat with your husband or having that chat with your mother-in-law. we have that fear of saying there's an X way to exist after I'm married. There's an X relationship now I have because I'm married. You know what I mean? But I feel it's just a psyche. It's just a perception. We've created it.
Yes.
Like
yes.
you said, in a world, it's a perception.
True.
So we not do that for ourselves. It's extremely important for all of us to share our stories, talk to people, pick up the phone, do social media positively. Go out there, talk about a journey that's been hard. Whether it's a weight loss journey, it's a depression story, it's a divorce story, talk about it. So I think that inspires a lot of people around you.
True that, Riti. On that note, I want to quickly request you to utilize this space and encourage all the people out there to take fitness a little more seriously, make goals for themselves. We at NEB Sports also, since like March 2020, we have been at it trying to do something or the other to raise awareness on fitness and asking people to do a lot of things for themselves. So I would like you also to take this space and say the same things a little louder, maybe.
Absolutely, guys. Come on. Like I said, a happy mind is a happy soul, is a happy body. It's all correlated. So it's extremely important to take care of yourself. Fitness, I think, is paramount. I mean, health is wealth. And while I say, I guess everybody who's listening to me or will listen to me realizes, especially after the pandemic, that no amount of money will buy you health. I've lost, it's sad, but I've come to where they had all the money in the world, but they couldn't buy health. So guys, take care of that health. Sign up. Like I'm a runner, so I'd say sign up for the NEB Sports. I'm for Feb, by the way, because I know you guys are going to have the NDM.
Yes.
But guys, do whatever, work out, stay fit, and take care of yourselves.
Thank you so much, Riti. Thank you so much for taking the time out and coming and talking to us. Although I would love to continue this chat with you, we shall take it offline and do it better.
Look forward. Thank you, Riti, for having me.
Thank you, Riti. Have a nice evening. Bye. That was Riti Sahai from Delhi talking to us about her journey into running and why we should all be a little more aware of self-love and self-care. And it's just going to give happiness, not just to you, but also to everyone around you. So let's get on with our next guest from Kolkata, another fantastic runner, Anjali Sarogi.
Hi.
Hi, Anjali. I was just talking about you, that you are the ambassador for our Aegis Federal Life Insurance Kolkata full marathon, and you are also the founder of Medstar Clinics, right? Did I say that right? Medstar Clinics, right. So tell us, what do you do at Medstar Clinics?
So Medstar Clinics is a diagnostic center where we have a pathology, a cardiology, and a radiology department. So it's all cold diagnostics. So tests, ultrasounds, ECGs, X-rays, all everything that's needed before you go to a hospital.
So how was it, Anjali, in the last 1.5 years? I'm sure it must have been come to your neck.
Yes, it's been very hard because we've seen a lot of devastation, but everybody's been coping with it. So work has been very busy, and but things are getting around. And I have to say that all the people I work with, all my staff, have been very brave because we are frontline workers.
Absolutely.
And, everyone has risen up to the occasion and put their family lives on hold and their own safety on hold to help people around.
And I would sincerely thank you and your team and your center for doing what you were doing through these times, and really thank you for your services.
Thank you.
So how has running helped you in between all of this, Anjali?
Running has helped me in so many ways that it's so hard for me to put in a few words, but I will try. So firstly, it has brought in a lot of discipline and routine. Because if you want to train for a marathon or an ultra, you can't do it if you're not disciplined. Because running is just a part of our routine. So you have to ensure that you follow a certain time schedule for your day, so that you incorporate your short run, long run, speed run, whatever it is. And it just has to become a consistent habit. So it spins in so much of discipline where it comes to nutrition, where it comes to sleep time, things, where it comes to taking on stress. Because if I want to get up in the morning and run and then go to work, then I better make sure that my days are well planned and I can give the best to whatever I'm committed for that day. And
Yes.
apart from that, it made me made me more tolerant as a person, more patient as a person. I think I was a little short-tempered, but with running, kind of levels you out, and it teaches you that just be patient. And in the process, you become happier because you're more in tune with yourself. You can connect better with yourself. So I just feel that running is very okay. It physically helps us also because you can stay in good shape. But running is helpful and beneficial in so many ways.
Fantastic. So good to hear all of this from you. And we also feel equally good when we see you on the podium and we know that you have come a long way in running and look at you now bagging all the podiums.
If that is true, it's only because of NEB Sports, because all our events and we've had the wonderful opportunities of traveling to so many foreign countries. It's all because of NEB Sports. The support that sports has given to running and built up ultra running in the country. I'd say NEB Sports is synonymous with ultra running.
Thank you so much, Anjali. Thank you so much for mentioning that here. Anjali, what else, what other than running do you do to keep yourself fit and active?
So I love yoga, and
Okay.
as a child, I've done a lot of yoga. So that is something that I just have to do because my body craves it. So I do a lot of yoga. In summer, I try to swim, especially if I'm not running, then swimming is my go-to sport. I don't enjoy strength work, but because I run, so I have to do a bit of
You
strength
have
work.
to do it.
Yes.
Okay, okay. So all of that happens over the week. It is spread out, or you give a little bit of time or every day.
So yoga, I try to do thrice a week. The days I do a speed workout, maybe I'll do yoga. I do strength work twice a week. And swimming is just when I'm not running or summers.
So when does the long distance happen? Your long distance runs?
So when I'm doing my ultra training, I
Hmm.
cannot do any yoga because
Right.
because I'm on high mileage. So I'm always fatigued and I want to conserve my energy so that I can come back and do that 40 or 50 run. But strength work, yeah, I have to continue with. So those days, my work also takes a seat. But like I'd say 4 weeks before my ultra race, I also have to cut down on my work timings because I'm
Hmm.
always so tired. But
Nice,
it's
nice.
a process. Just enjoy it.
So I really want to, Anjali, at this point, address the elephant in the room. Not many people talk about it, and not much of awareness is there. Just now, the topic has started coming out, and there are some discussions that take place. I would like to really discuss this with you because I know that you have just entered the phase. You're in the perimenopause phase, and it's going to be hitting very soon. So how does any woman, any middle-aged woman, overcome this, and how does fitness help in overcoming this phase? I mean, because it's really dreaded, right? I mean, everyone is scared of their, early 40s and mid 40s.
So it suddenly happened to me, I think, when I was around 46. I started getting these cold sweats at night and hot flashes, as they call it.
Yes, yes.
It's terrible. So at first it's kind of scary, but then you get used to it. So I think the perimenopausal stage, which can last anywhere between 6 months to 10 years, or so the doctors say, depending on when it starts and when you menopause, uh, is can be difficult for many women. I am suffering quite a bit. Some of us gain weight. Some of us have cold sweats and hot flashes. Fatigue, excess perspiration are common. Insomnia is also very common. I also suffer that. And kind of you wake up fatigued, there are mood swings. So, unfortunately, most of us women have to go through this phase. So, it is something that's going to happen to all of us.
Absolutely.
So the best way is to just accept it gracefully and manage it. So fitness is very important because at that point, all our hormones are out of swing, and we don't have control, and things will change. Our body is changing, our metabolic systems are changing. So the best way to combat all of this is having a disciplined, simple fitness routine that one can follow, which is sustainable. Apart from that, having a clean diet and eating a lot of fiber also helps because it kind of removes all the toxins in the body. Because when the fiber moves down the gut, I think all the excess hormonal surges which have happened are all cleansed. And it's also very important to be very mindful and positive and focused, and try to be happy and not take on too much stress at this stage, because as is, we are controlled by hormones, and these hormonal surges can drive us crazy. And if the family that's going to complain because you don't feel your mood swing or fit, being mindful, positive goes a long way. And
Wow.
exercise, of course, is the basis of everything. A fit body, a healthy body will transition in a better and more easier way towards menopause.
Yes. Thank you so much, Anjali, for those pro tips, and all the best to you for, getting over this as soon as possible. Anjali, what is your advice to all the young women and
Every woman should have a simple, sustainable exercise regimen. It need not be running. It could be anything they love. Exactly what Preeti said. It was so inspiring because you don't have to run to be fit. You can adopt any form of fitness. A little bit of cardio helps because it will raise your heart rate and you burn more calories, and it'll make you more efficient as a person. Yoga, dancing, swimming, whatever. So exercise is very important, and exercise will help you because as women after 35, 40, we also lose our muscle mass and we are prone to osteoporosis. So doing strength work and cardio will combat that. We all want to be strong and healthy. Just being thin and skinny is not good. Being strong and fit is really beautiful. So exercise is the best way to be strong and fit, of course, and sensible eating. It's good to indulge, but in moderation and in balance, because clean eating is what will help the exercise and also build your body. Along with that, positivity, focus, and having goals, because if you don't have a goal, then you're just floundering in the dark, and life is purposeless. So at
true?
times we kind of lose our way, and all of us will go through so many ups and downs in life in so many various ways, but we have to hold on because everything passes as long as we
Yes.
believe in ourselves and believe in our goals, and we're not afraid to face situations that challenge us, whether it's a menopause or whether it's anything else in life, because everybody's life goes through ups and downs. So if you have a positive, healthy routine, which is good exercise, a good diet, and a good mind, you can just pass through anything.
So beautifully said, Anjali. Thank you so much for all those very, very sensible and intelligent words. Hope all our listeners, and there are going to be a lot of people who are going to come back and view this video later. Also, it's beneficial to all of them. Thank you so much for taking your time out and coming and talking to us. Stay beautiful, live beautifully, and hope to see you very soon.
Yeah, you'll see me in Delhi in December.
Yeah, awesome, awesome. See you.
Thank you.
Practice
Bye.
hard. Bye. Bye. That was Anjali Sarogi from Kolkata, and another fantastic runner, and so much to learn from. Um, so, just waiting for my next guest. Let's see if I can add her myself, not wait for her to. Preeti and Anjali, it was so good to talk to you both. And we have another two lovely ladies coming and sharing their experiences of fitness and awareness on a good, healthy lifestyle and the importance of it, talking to all of us. And yes, here she is. And all these women are from completely different backgrounds and the awareness of good fitness habits. On that note, Kavita, I welcome you to NEB in Rendezvous once again. Thank you so much for joining us today and talking to us.
Hi, Sarogi. It's
Uh,
my pleasure. My pleasure being here with
yes,
all
I would.
other amazing runners and amazing personalities.
Yes, and we are just going to tell everybody how amazing you are too. So I just wanted to quickly introduce Kavita to everybody. Kavita is a full-time a homemaker, mother to two grown-up boys. When I say grown-up, both of them are 20 plus years. Does she even look like that?
Uh, that's just, so sweet of you to say that, but yes,
So
the
Kavita,
age
what?
says it all.
So what's the secret? What's the secret for such a fit and a beautiful life that you're leading?
I think first, I think it's a genes which my parents have given me, and I think now
Fantastic.
the running which has taken up in later years.
So Kavita, I believe, even being a homemaker, not everybody realizes, or at least now when women are talking about it and fighting for their space, their rights. So a little bit of
Yes.
awareness and literature is available on the internet, but there is so much work that happens being at home also. So how do you bring a balance, and what is the running story? What brought you to running?
Running, yeah, yes, yeah, definitely. I think self-care and self-love is what we are all talking about, like being women, and being more of a homemaker, generally, which is neglected. Neglected, not, it's just been like you are surrounded with other household chores at home, with the
Yes.
kids growing up, their studies, they're all said and done. Even the working women also do it, but when you are at home, you are more at it, you're more spending more time with them. So it just happens to be that mindset which we have put it to ourselves, rather saying that that it definitely, because being home gives little more expectations from yourself and from others surrounding you.
Suddenly you're
So
responsible for a lot of things.
lot of things, so it's an expectations which we have built, and which people kind of in an kind of a lifestyle which we have slowly got ourselves into it.
Yeah.
But me, running came up when the kids have slightly, because running came in quite late in for me, that is around 39 or something. That's when I started. So the kids were slightly older. They were in the fifth and seventh, around that classes. So I felt I had a little more time for myself. Being there, they started getting a little more independent on their own, and I felt I had a little more time where I could rest, but I didn't want to get into any full-time job or anything. So it just coincided with, like, I got to know about the long distance running, and it just happened to be that I said, like, maybe that prompted me to just give it a try. And that one fine day which I went out and started running, and I think there is no stop so far, and I hope I continue it as long as I am
Yes.
alive.
So how did it change? How did it change everything around you, within you, for you?
There are a lot of changes, definitely. See, you need to kind of, firstly, it's like actually the whole changes. The family also get used to your lifestyle now, being a runner, stepping out in the early mornings for a run, and not being there when the kids are off for school and all that kind of a stuff. It's an kind of a lifestyle change which might take everyone, every family a while to get used to it. But I think as long once they know your passion, once they know why you are doing it, what is their advantages, and the fitness and healthy lifestyle, which when people and even the kids learn from you when you are doing it. So all these things, when they start looking at you with the passion which you have taken up, so things have slowly changed. Their perception changes, and their perception change for a good. Basically, it helps even in their own life. So, and more too, when a woman starts something like this, actually the whole house really gets, it gets more helpful uh, for the family to get to know what a healthy lifestyle is, because that's where
True.
the everything comes into a picture. You start, maybe you are cooking a little more healthier stuff, and your
Yeah.
kids start learning to take care of themselves and think about those lifestyle changes. So there is a lot of changes as such, you can see, and definitely, personally, me, it has changed me 360 degrees. So being a homemaker, I was always, my life was around the kids and the husband and the parents and the in-laws and around it. So I've never been out working otherwise as in a career. So running gave me a more of a confidence, the kind of an achievement. It might be a small achievement too, but something you have done for yourself, that confidence which you come up. And
Your achievements
uh,
are not at all small, Kavita.
no, in general, I'm talking about, but whatever it is, yes, yeah, there are. See, even when if you run a 5K, we are proud about it. Like on a
Yeah.
first day, of any runner, anyone who achieves something which they like have set a goal and achieved it. So it
Yes.
makes you feel proud about your own achievement, the
Yes.
smallest
There's
of
still a lot
achievements
of
you can
women
say. But
now. Yeah, there's still a lot of women out there, who sacrifice their needs and wants and who think that homemaking demands this from them. And what is your advice to all of them?
person, I say that, like, I think we have twisted and turned our uh, older generations culture, which we have got it from. Basically, those days they were doing all kind of in-house activities all by themselves. Now, the kind of a lifestyle we are in is like we have all the kind of a help, all kind of a machinery to kind of do our jobs at
Yes,
home
true.
more easier, this thing. So but it's a mindset which we have, this thing still, many women still at home and still doesn't want to kind of take up any kind of a healthier lifestyle for themselves. Being it a, it's like in just a half an hour for themselves also is a big time. So I think it's just that they need to step out of their zone and start doing something for themselves. Actually that helps, actually, like sorry, basically it calms your mind, you calms yourself, and to go through the same routine and how same household chores every single day. So we need that kind of an calmness in ourselves to kind of an being able to give the same kind of an uh, every day we are doing the
Yeah,
same thing. So it's like you need that kind of an uh, energy
out,
also, and
went
also
out.
like in out of went out to kind of a thing. That me time and the self care is much at most important, I think, more to homemakers, because the whole uh, your mind and your routine is all surrounded around the household chores and the kids
Right.
and this husband and all that. So it's like more than, because the working women, they go out and they meet people, they share their views. But being a homemaker, generally these things are a little more
Yes,
stuck within you in compared to the other women. So
yes.
it needs a little more self-care. I feel like the homemakers need a little more of it to kind of come out of this and spend a little more time for themselves, so that they are ready for the next day again to go through the same routine process.
Absolutely. On that note, Kavita, continuing from what you said, it is said that good fitness habits and a good lifestyle, a healthy lifestyle, can help you overcome a lot of mental hurdles also. What's your take on this?
Of course, I'm the living example. So I said, like for me, as I said, I haven't done anything in my younger age. So fitness came in later. So you are more active, you are more energetic, you are more cheerful. The when the kids come back from school or when the husband comes back from home, you are like not sulking for whatever reasons, like being a home. It's like sitting at home is not an easy job. So
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it takes a toll after a point of time. So it's you tend to kind of give these, at least these fitness regime and the running actually keeping me a little more active than what I was before. So at least you are up and till
You have
the
something to look
morning when you
forward
step
to.
out to look forward to. So
Yeah,
every morning, at least you know that like you have something for yourself, for your own love,
correct,
so the passion, whatever. So you look forward. It might not be a running, but any kind of a
correct,
life
correct. Mhm.
healthy regime you can take up. So I think like that's something which you should look forward to every morning.
Yes, 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 Kavita. So we all know it's not just running, right? There's a lot of things that go along with for you to become a good runner. There's CrossFit, there's strength training, and what does your regime look like? And how do you manage to, bring a balance and put it all together?
Yeah, as the running started, little intensified
Mhm.
a little later in the years. Earlier too, I was into strength training and all that, but like now, as it got a little more intensified and little more intense with the training cycles and all that, now uh, little keeping a little more time for strength training, because runners definitely need a strength training for being an injury free running. So it's actually this lockdown has given me a lot more time to focus on those things actually,
Mhm.
because the events aren't happening, so you have less pressure on those training bits of like in participating in an event or all that, so which reduce your pressure of performance or whatever it is. So with that, time is actually given me this one last 1.5 year has given me more time to focus on my weaknesses, more of a strength training, more of an mobility strength training happens. So I balance it out with my strength training, mobility, and running. So over a period, 6 days in a week. So giving a rest, like I do it two things in a on particular some few days, but more or less I balance it out. 5 strength training sessions along with the mobility and a 6 day of running. So
Wow.
it's kind of quite balanced now, and yeah, it's required for any runner. And when it intensifies, you just need to be a little more cautious.
Right, right. And the kind of nutrition intake, and that also plays a very
Yes,
important
see,
role.
I haven't. Yes, definitely. Yeah, because as your mileage goes up, you are a little more careful about what you are eating, what it is going in.
Yeah,
So it's just a balanced diet, nothing fancy, nothing this thing. So just
yeah.
concentrate more on your balanced food and the quantity and the quality of what you are eating in. So be aware about what's going in. So see, we can talk about X, Y, Z. So, but I think it is as long as it
Yes,
is more balanced, it's much
yes,
in this thing. So when you're training a little more, yeah, you just kind of little more careful about what's getting
yes.
into your plate. So just be cautious about it and then have a balanced diet. So I
Okay.
don't see
Mhm,
any
mhm.
wonders otherwise.
Yes, yes. And thank you so much, Kavita, for coming and talking to us today and
Thank you
sharing your
so much. It was my
experiences and
pleasure.
giving all those pro tips. Thank you very much. Have
Thank
a
you.
nice
Thank you, sir.
evening.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so we're done with three fantastic women who had some great things to talk about, and let's uh, move on to our last guest for the day. I can see her. Let me see if I can bring her on the camera and get talking to her. Another uh, lovely, another lovely human being, another lovely runner, a great businesswoman, a friend of NEB Sports, and uh, let's get talking to her. Okay. trying to get her. Please bear with us for a few seconds. Any second now. Hi, Ashwini. Good evening. That's Ashwini Rai, everybody from Bangalore. Thank you so much, Ashwini, for joining us this evening. You look lovely.
Thank you. Thank you, Surabhi.
So you had your mandatory run, Sunday morning run, or you take a break on Sundays?
I Sunday was different than the regular day.
Yes. So Ashwini, let me tell you all, guys, Ashwini Rai is a successful businesswoman, and there was a time when she felt the need for inculcating fitness into her lifestyle, and we are going to be talking a little bit about that. She's the founder of Electronic Bazaar. They are into, I mean, she will talk about it. They're into refurbishing, right? Refurbishing electronic goods. Is that right, Ashwini?
Yeah.
And Albright LED lights, that too. So Ashwini, tell us quickly, at what point did you realize that getting fit was important? In between your crazy schedule and all the, you know, running around for your business that you have to do.
I think they were going.
Okay, one second. Let's take this off. And can you hear me now?
Yeah. That's
better.
Yeah. Thank you. Good evening to all viewers who are live. Yes, it's better. My voice is coming back to me. I think I need to correct something.
Can you hear me at all?
I can hear you.
Yeah, so I think we're good to go. I can hear you too.
Okay. So I was into sprints and short races. You know, I loved it. It was a part of my life. Once getting into work, regular corporate work, I started gymming and running was part of your routine. I wouldn't say at some point in time in my life that the fitness is important. I spent during my college days being part of the but to my corporate, I never thought this is something like fitness, because during your college days, you any which is are always fit, right? Where you tend to go eat or anything. But I think corporate life is more and more. It's now important that the body has to look a certain way, and I've been gymming other activities, much before I run.
So how has running helped you change your lifestyle habits, and how has it helped you become a better person?
Say it's liberating, right? Any of these, be the marathon, any of the events that when
Ashwini,
you participate.
I think 1 second we'll have to hold. I can't hear you at all. Or is it just me? Is it just me, or is it everybody else? Can you quickly tell us if you can hear us? Is Ashwini audible? Am I audible? Let's.
I think, Surabhi, what's coming is a record.
Now I can't hear you. I don't know why. Yeah, you are not audible at all, Ashwini. Ashwini, do you want to disconnect and come back? Maybe there is some problem with the setting.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Okay, there we do come across this, if not often, sometimes technical glitches and network issues. Sometimes Facebook acts funny with all of us, and we have to learn to, sift through that. So Ashwini is trying to do that. Founder of Electronic Bazaar in Bangalore, a great businesswoman, and on a daily basis, she runs, and she realized at a point that fitness was of utmost importance, and she did have a little bit of sprinting experience from her school days, so that has helped her. So let's see if we can hear Ashwini now and continue with our lovely chat with her. Ashwini, say hi. Let's see if we can hear you.
Hi. Hi.
Yeah,
Hi.
much better. Much better. Yes, yes, yes. You were talking about how running has changed your lifestyle. And
yeah, I know I kind of split this into two different things. One is for me personally, it's very, very liberating. It's a constant juggle between your mind and body, right? When you run, your body says give up, because all we human beings have got limitations to our body, and then your mind says no, you have to touch that finish line, whatever that goal might be, your small 10K, 20K, 5K, whatever that you set for yourself. And now this personally helps me, because when you run your own business, that's not easy, right? You go through a lot of ups and downs, and you're very clear that there is a finish line that you have to touch. And I think after I got into running, I probably say I run my business much better.
wow. So that's a good one, Ashwini. So I'm sure it has a lot to do about how mental and physical fitness are intertwined, and if you're physically fit, you're also mentally fit, and it helps you lead a better life.
Yeah, as I think previous three of our guests were talking about, once you know that there is a physical activity that you're part of, I wouldn't just say only a running. It might be a gymming or a yoga, any of these activities, right? You want to keep your body in a certain way, right? It's just not partying a late night, getting up late in the morning. You want to look a certain way, you want to keep your body a certain way, and when you're there, I think a healthier body shape, you definitely, your mind will also give you a very good comfort. That also goes hand in hand.
What would you like to tell all our young listeners and girls and women and all these young people who need to understand the importance of adopting a healthy lifestyle?
I think last 1.5 years, all of us have seen how COVID has changed, everybody's life. I will always tell people who want to get into fitness, just start small, whatever it could be, whether you start walking. There's always a slow progression for everything in life, right? And for me, as I said in the beginning, personally, running has given me a community, which itself is, a huge thing in life, because you meet some amazing people, because you're part of such a, group. And just don't rush, just take it easy, but start someday.
Fantastic. That's a very good tip, Ashwini. Thank you so much. And there are a lot of women who have to juggle between their jobs and homes, and this I won't call it pressure, but this need for giving yourself some time. And what would you like to tell all these women how to prioritize and balance their lives out?
I think, Surabhi, in general, as I said, 1.5 years has changed a lot for people, the way that they look at things, the way that they started looking at their life in general. I think it's definitely different for different people, right? For some people,
yes,
they want to get out of their regular household chores, and for some people, they want to look lean, or, maybe for some people, they want to fit into a certain outfit. Just find that calling for yourself. What is that you really want to do it? And it could be someone who's running the business, or a homemaker, or somebody who's really maybe engaged with some of the activities they're already doing, but find that calling for yourself. And, as I said in the beginning, also start something small. You will be able to build on from there.
Absolutely. So basically, we are trying to tell everybody to have small goals, take small steps, and then gradually, eventually evolve and get better at whatever you have decided to do.
Yeah, Rome is not built in a day.
Oh, wow, absolutely. Ashwini, you are well aware that we at NEB Sports have been tirelessly spreading this awareness of fitness, and which has come to of a lot of use in the last 1.5 to 2 years, and now events are slowly crawling back. We've had our stadium runs, and we might have a few more runs in the coming months. How important do you think this is mentally, physically for a runner, from a runner's perspective? Yes, there are virtual runs and there are other competitions that happen. How important is it to meet and greet people in person and, experience an event?
Okay, first of all, kudos to the entire NEB team. Not that I'm on live on your page, but personally, I got into running, and NEB events, or some of the events that I started attending, and even today they're my favorite events, because I think one of the best well-organized event across the country. I've run your Mumbai and Delhi, all these marathons. See, as human beings, we all love interacting with people. We love being part of a community. And personally, I like to have those intellectual conversations with my running friends. And there's no other better place than this community that, where you get to kind of learn so many things on a daily basis, if at all, if you're running regularly with these groups. And we Homo sapiens, survived because of community, and that's a community sense. Now we are all in survival mode, and it's very, very, very important to have these events going live back. Sure, the world will bounce back quickly, and we all live in a hope. And yeah, so all the best to all of you guys. Start those live events sometime soon.
Thank you so much, Ashwini. Thank you for coming and taking your time out and sharing all your experiences with us, and all the best to you too from all of us, and hope to see you soon.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Surabhi,
Thank
once
you,
again.
Ashwini. Have a nice evening. Bye.
Yeah, thank you too.
That was Ashwini Rai, entrepreneur, businesswoman, and a fantastic runner. And she has been at it, into fitness, into running for quite some time. And she shared with all of us that it did change a lot. So this special episode with all these 4 fabulous women from across the country is dedicated to all you girls and women out there. Please find your calling. I'm just summarizing it for you. Find your calling and do make it a point to start your fitness journey, start your running journey, and work towards living a better and healthier life. On that note, I'm Surabhi Shastri on behalf of NEB Sports, signing off for this evening, but we'll be back next week with another set of questions, discussions, topics, and fantastic people from the community. Have a nice evening. Stay safe. Bye.